Now, two guys that have been mailing it in for years, which is totally corrupt. Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
How do you consume The Nice Guys?
I think that Emily takes us on walks. I know Erica is sometimes a late in the week listener or I'm going to section it off kind of listener to the show. If I was Sean Carpenter, I'd probably be listening in an open house if there's nobody coming through. I believe that Jared listens while he's driving in between home improvement gigs. Ryan Bocross is probably calling us the same assholes that we
always were. Paul Morena, our number one Funkin' fan, is listening while he is in between
locations cleaning up or talking to his team about everything.
Yeah, supervising different locations of cleaning. Yeah.
JD, I don't know how you listen to the podcast or where you consume it, but I am assuming it is probably in some spectacular way in a very fast manner.
And now, broadcasting from the hatchback of a 72 Ford Pinto. Broadcasting from a secret bunker underneath Fort McHenry. Broadcasting from the abandoned food court at the White Flint Mall. Broadcasting live from their mother's basement. Broadcasting from no closer than 100 yards from their court-mandated distance from Tim Ferriss. Broadcasting from the back room of El Pollo Hermanos. It's Los Chicos de Niza por Negocios. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
And we are recording.
Time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts.
So I just have a couple things that are on my list to talk about today. I know it will go much further than that because we build up momentum as we merrily roll along. But I wanted to talk about, as we are now less than 30 days away from the big 6-0 for you, it's the celebration. I want to talk about.
We actually are what, 32 days or something? 31 days away.
Oh, okay. So
actually October the 5th is my birthday. Yeah.
I got it. So I've made all my arrangements. So now I'm definitely coming. Now you just have to make sure I have a hotel room to stay in.
I can do that. I can uphold my end of the deal. That'll be no problem at all. Yeah.
So I'm flying into Austin, but I'm flying out of Houston, and Houston is very much sounds like Chicago in that they have two airports very close together, Hobby and the other one.
Yeah, Hobby and Bush.
Okay. And Bush for some reason is named IAD or so. What the hell was it? I tried to look it up by its three letters. It wasn't anything that I was expecting it to be.
I don't know how it got that BWI is, Baltimore, Washington International, but it used to be Friendship Airport, and it's technically now Thurgood Marshall Airport.
Right.
So that's probably it. It was probably something, and then Bush, they named it Bush, and they haven't changed the letter code or whatever.
I got it. So we're going to this place called The Dig. Is that the name of the place?
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Yeah.
But as I'm looking it up, it's like good for 2-year-old birthday parties. So I figure it's good for me mentally, but is that, did I look up the right one? That was the one.
It is funny. So it is, let's see, what is it? The Dig? Is he not going to look it up? Because it is, that's actually
Dig World.
Netflix
Dig
World. That's it. Dig World.
I'm like looking at these little kids on their dad's laps as they're driving these big pieces of equipment. I'm like, I'm not sitting on Strickland's lap to do this.
So it is funny, and I'll put a link in to the show notes. But it's basically all about, using construction equipment. Like,
it's like a big sandbox for kids, for men.
Yeah, it's like a big sandbox for kids. And, I don't understand why all of the ads have these little kids, because this is something I've wanted to do for fucking years, right?
Right.
Like, I think it would be fun as shit. And all of their advertising, like you go on the website, almost every picture includes a parent and a child that is probably under 4.
That's what I saw also. Right.
I don't get it. Now, there's another one in Las Vegas. And it is It's not the same company.
Of hookers and showgirls. That's all that one is. It's like,
well, Dig World, I think, is actually a chain. There are multiple locations, right?
Right.
So there's a similar one in Vegas, and it's not part of the chain, but it's all definitely marketed towards adults because it's like $200 or $300 per person to do it, which is why I've never done it in Vegas. I wanted to do it, but I'm not going to spend that much. Dig World is considerably cheaper.
So, So when we get there, I can see me like elbowing out the like 3-year-olds to get to.
Oh yeah, they're small. They're easy to push aside. 100%.
It's like you get the forklifts that are there. You have the backhoe, all the big name like the big Caterpillar trucks, John Deere stuff, all that kind of stuff. It's like it's going to be cool. I'm just concerned that we're going to get there and it's going to be like, okay, Strick, here's the party hat, and this is where the cake's going to be, and here's the balloons. I'm like, fuck.
Sally is planning all of it. So I'm, for once, I'm not the planner.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be surprised by whatever happens.
Okay. All right. Well, I am not, I'm happy to just come and celebrate your 60th with you and not even worry about the activities other than making sure that we have I need to have a Shiner Bock. I need to go to a Buc-ee's. There are certain things,
my God. Well, here's the thing with, no, hang on. I think there is a Buc-ee's on the way. It's funny because so I live in Austin, right?
Right.
The closest Buc-ee's is actually about 45 minutes away because they are designed to be like highway truck stops, right? So most Buc-ee's are not in large towns. They are between large towns on the highway. But where Dig World is, it's in Katy, which is close to Houston, which is why you're flying back out of Houston.
Right.
And there is at least one Buc-ee's, if not more, between here and Katy. So that's good. We definitely will stop.
Well, and regardless of whether you want to stop, just drop me off. And then you can come back later on. If the whole Dig World thing doesn't work out exactly the way that we wanted to, Doug will be at Buc-ee's getting beaver nuggets or whatever.
Yeah, it is funny. Dude, you've had the beaver nuggets and obviously you've heard about Buc-ee's. You've never experienced it firsthand, have you?
No. I mean, it's kind of, to me, now I know you're going to laugh at me when I say this, but it's kind of like, to me, going to a Sheetz. These huge, like the ones in Pennsylvania when I would visit back east. These Sheetz, they have like 120 pumps. It's this huge store and it's got a beer cave, the whole thing. But it's like, I even envision that Buc-ee's is like that, but more than that.
Now, I've seen some big Sheetz before, but I've never seen one that's like the size of a grocery store. I mean, have you been, you said 120 pumps. You've been to ones that big?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. And there's not only the Sheetz, but what's the other big chain?
I do love Sheetz. Like they're fresh food. Like, you get to make a sandwich, they're chicken sandwiches and they're good.
Yeah. All that stuff. There was one as I was driving to, I think it was Camp Airy in Louise. I think there's one along the way, but there's more when I go fishing in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, when I did spend a lot of time on the East Coast doing that. There was this huge Sheetz. I'm trying to remember the name of the other chain that's like Sheetz, that's like Buc-ee's, that's East Coast. I can't recall the name. Maybe I'll do it before the end of the episode. But I am very much looking forward to my Buc-ee's experience. See, you don't even know that these things are on my agenda. Maybe I need to share that these are the things that are on my agenda because they're just so normal to you. Like,
you're true.
Shiner Bock. I need to have a Shiner. Right.
I've got Shiner in the fridge. That's my regular beer that I got in the fridge. So that'll be as soon as you get to the house, we'll get you a Shiner.
That's good. So between Shiner and Buc-ee's, I believe and your birthday celebration. I mean, not even withstanding your birthday celebration, just the Shiners and the Buc-ee's to me is really just enough. I could just turn around, get back on the plane and go home.
Well, I love that. And I appreciate you coming out just for 2 quick days. I know you got busy stuff going on. You're going to go on your 17-day cruise after that. And I know you don't like to be away from JJ, but you're coming in on a Friday and leaving on a Sunday. And that's a lot. And I appreciate it just for my birthday.
My pleasure. My mom called me this morning and she goes, "Hey, I went out with Ted." That's her 92-year-old boyfriend. "I went out with Ted to a department store. I don't even know what department stores are anymore. I have no
Right.
idea. Are malls even a thing? I said this to JJ the other day. Like, we don't really have any good malls where we are in this part of California.
Mm-hmm.
Are they even a thing?
Dude, most of them are fucking closed, and not only closed, like abandoned. Like these huge fucking spaces are just like abandoned. It's crazy.
So my mom calls me this morning, and I think what she said was, I went to the mall, but I'm pretty sure that she didn't say that, because I can't imagine her getting out of her car and just looking up and just being lost in the surroundings.
Yeah, we got to do a search for like Reisterstown Road Mall, right?
Yeah, I think she probably went to Ross or TJ Maxx or one of those. I think she went to the shopping center.
Right.
And she went to look for luggage, and she said she got so overwhelmed. And then something happened, and there was a fall involved. I'm not 100% sure. And Ted's arm started bleeding, and he's on blood thinners. It became this whole thing. And I said, Mom, I'll take care of it. Just tell me, give me an idea of what you're looking for. So I got on Walmart.com, and I bought her 2 medium-sized bags, and they were going to be shipped to her tomorrow. And she was so like insistent on me making sure that it's pretty luggage. And I said, Mom, I said, look, no offense, how many times are you going to be using these bags? Well, I don't have any plans to travel after the cruise. I'm like, exactly. I'll just take the bags after the cruise is over. I'll put all of your clothes in a trash bag. I'll send them back home with you that way. And I will keep the luggage. No worries here. I like the luggage that I bought the luggage more for me than for her.
I got it. So you'll get off of the cruise, and you'll take the luggage home, and then put all the clothes in a box and mail them to her. And you'll keep
I will mail you the clothes. You won't need all of these clothes. And I'll even wash them for you before I put them in the box, Mom. So no worries there.
17-day cruise. Oh my God.
I
really enjoyed mine.
Forward to it.
I can't wait to hear what you think of it. I really, really enjoyed our 6-day cruise. I had been running hot and cold on cruises. I've been on, I don't know, I'd say maybe I've been on 10 in my life, right?
Yep,
so I've been on a good number.
Yep.
But the last 4 or 5 had been like not that interesting or exciting, and I was a little boring, and it's like kind of the same old. And then Sally and I went on the weekend one that turned into like 36 hours. Right. But the one that we just did a month or 2 ago, that was 6 days, it is renewing my interest in cruises. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot to do, and it was out of Galveston, as we said, so I didn't even have to fly. We drove there. And so Sally's got another break in January from school, and so we will probably look maybe for another cruise out of Galveston in January. That would be fun.
My suggestion would be, and I know you guys are not necessarily national parks people. I know that you aren't. Maybe Sally might be, but I would really encourage an Alaskan cruise. Yeah, I think that there is a lot more than just national parks involved. You do have some state parks also that you get to visit. But
now, the Alaska cruises do look very cool, and they're very unique. It's definitely something I would consider and look into.
Okay. All right. Well, that would be where I would land there. Now, they're going to be a little more expensive than you're used to. Even like an eastern seaboard from Massachusetts to Nova Scotia kind of cruise in the fall, and you're looking at all the foliage and stuff. It's not ideal weather for a warm cruise, but it's still really fun. I think the Alaska cruise is good because you get some warm weather if you're doing it in May or let's say September, but you see it's just so cool to see nature in this really pristine environment while you're getting to enjoy bottomless mimosas and ice cream and pizza. Again, I'm just looking forward to the food and disconnect is what I'm looking for.
That sounds like a plan. And before that, it'll be big construction equipment here at my birthday.
Along with 2-year-olds. Hey, and even before that, I will be visiting a few of our clients. I'm going actually in a week and a half, going to Chicago to visit our friends at the David James Group, and also Steve Fretson with Be That Lawyer podcast. And then, of course, our constant friend Phil Fernaro from Lightbulb Moments as well. and
so
else.
you're going to Chicago just specifically to see all three of them.
Yeah, I think
I love that.
I think it's a good idea. We're in this lull of we haven't really gotten a lot of new clients recently, and not that I'm worried about that, but every once in a while we do have a transitioning client, one that has either decided to take their branding in a different way or direction and something. So I need to make sure. I can't remember, like there was this commercial. It was a long time ago. I don't remember. It was like either a Super Bowl commercial or something, and they're like, hey, they're all sitting around the conference table, and the boss comes around and he starts handing out envelopes to the people sitting around the table. It's like, what are these? And the boss says, hey, these are plane tickets because we're going to put some face-to-face time with our clients.
Yeah, I remember this ad.
What the hell was that for? Was it for
I don't remember what it was for, but
or something? Was it for an airlines maybe?
Yeah, it was something like that. It's like, we're going to go personally visit some of our important clients, and so FaceTime.
So I'm gonna try that approach.
I think it's a great idea.
And you know how much I hate traveling.
I know. It's impressive that you're going to go do that, and I much appreciate it. I think it's an excellent idea. Despair.com, they have the demotivational posters.
Yeah.
There's a great one about that. And the headline is customers, and the picture is a telephone, like an old style, landline,
right.
But it's got cobwebs all over it. And the caption below customers says, maybe if we ignore them for long enough, they'll go away.
It's so true. It's so true. The other expression is, our jobs would be so much better if it wasn't for our team and our clients.
Customers. Yeah. It'd be so much easier if it wasn't for the damn customers.
Yeah. Well, let's not take that approach. Let's understand we do love and appreciate our clients for giving us as many years of service as they have. But I think it's time to get real and maybe start putting some handshakes together to make sure that they know how much we appreciate them.
We ought to get it like, we ought to do it like a map. And have little pins where all of our clients are, because I honestly don't know where they all are. That would be very interesting.
I thought you were going to say, let's put pins on the map for the clients that we have visited, because right now that map is very empty,
very small,
very small.
No, but I'm curious if there are other places where our clients are, converged together in close geographic proximity. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I don't know where most of them are, but we did discover that 3 of them are in the Chicago area. So
love it. And you're going to go before it gets really freaking cold.
Yeah, I think September is probably a good time to go. The flights were cheap. The hotels were inexpensive, and everything seems to be around 45 minutes from each other. And it looks like right now they're experiencing some pretty cool weather in Chicago. Not cool as in cold, but cool as in the weather seems really nice. Ojai is fucking hot. I mean, the last week it's been close to 100 degrees every day, and our plants are not happy outside.
Well, this is interesting because I do believe it is 100 today in Austin, but most summers, most Texas summers here, like last year and the year before, we had at least a dozen days over 100 degrees.
Right.
Last year, I think we ended up having like 3 weeks in a row where it was over 100 every day. Today is the first day I can remember this summer that it's gone over 100. It's been relatively mild this summer.
Yeah, it has been a little bit better here in Ojai as well, but it's still too fucking hot. I want to be able to go outside and enjoy working on the 3 trucks that are sitting on my driveway right now.
And you've got to be able to do that, 365 days a year, right? God forbid that there's a month out of the year that it's too hot to go outside.
But I don't like that same month where the 3 trucks are sitting waiting to be sold on my driveway at the same time that the weather is hot, because then I'm sweating it, not only because my bank account is low, but because it's too fucking hot outside to be able to work on them. And it highly motivates me to hire somebody to do the work that I probably could do myself if it wasn't so fucking hot outside. I talked to this guy today, and he's got an F-250, which is the type of truck I really like. It's a 69, which again is right in that zone. 67 to 72 are the years that I really love. It's $5,000, and it's like, oh fuck, it's a great price. I could probably get him to 4, probably put 4 or 5,000 into it and sell it for 14. And it's like, But I have too many right now. I can't do it. I told JJ, I'm like, I will not put another truck on our driveway or on our street. Our neighbors are already thinking we have a used car lot for just 4 trucks right now.
Nice. So have you gotten any more like photo shoots with sexy models in your trucks or cars?
No sexy models, but next weekend I do have a gig with Jewel, the original rental, the 65 Mustang, and that'll be going out. And it's just a bridal party that needs transportation from their event venue back to their hotel, which is about a 25-minute ride, and the getaway so that they can wave while being on the back of the back of the Mustang.
That's a good gig.
Yeah, it's a good gig. It only pays a few $100, but it's very close to the house, so it's less than 30 minutes away. It's a 2-hour total round trip all the way, including the ride. It's a pretty easy gig, and it does get me out of the house, which is something that JJ really prefers mostly.
So what else have you and JJ been doing lately outside of the house or at all?
Well, we've been smoking a lot of meats. So the other day, actually last night, we had more baby back ribs that we got from Butcher Box, which is a real high end meat company that delivers kind of like Omaha steaks, but a little bit more organic and grass fed. Man, they're so fucking good.
Yeah,
so good. But again, let me come back to it's too hot. It's like I got to go outside, run, spray the meat with my what's that called? Apple cider vinegar, and then run back into the house. It's no fun when it's not comfortable outside.
Dude, you can't be outside for like 5 minutes to spray and then run back in again?
5 minutes is less than 5 minutes is fine. But if I'm out there for like 10 minutes, I come in and I got to change all my clothes. Do you remember Baltimore summers, like July and August? I mean, it would get to be in the 90s, into the hundreds, and it was like 80% humidity.
Yeah, now that was it. Sally talks about we'll walk outside here, this, and it's been 85, 90, right? And she's like, oh my God, it's so hot. It's so humid. I'm like, no, this is fucking nothing compared to being on the water in Baltimore. She's like, how could it possibly be more humid? I'm like, you don't get it. Even if it's like 85 and it's 85% humidity, you walk outside and in 10 minutes, you're just fucking drenched. It's the worst.
Do you remember all the band gigs and DJ gigs that you and I both had when it was in like that, not in the middle of summer, but even at the beginning and the end of summer, like June and September, and you'd go and, you try to get as ready to roll before you get to the gig as possible. So in some cases you're wearing your band pants.
Of course, yeah.
You can't when it's in June and September, because by the time you get there, you've sweat through 3 pairs of pants, your socks, and your shoes are wet.
And then you get to, and then it's like an outside wedding. And it's like, what are you thinking?
Thank you. That was my reminder that in August of 2015, when I last got married, it was outside. And, we had that debate. It was at the Decatur house. Do you remember that down in DC?
Yeah, but I thought the band was inside. I thought I remembered that.
Well, I believe it was a last minute daytime call to move everything inside, because it was like, no, it's going to be 90 degrees and there's a potential of rain. So for us, we did move everything inside. I don't know if the band was ever planning on I don't know. I don't remember.
Because so the actual reception was inside, but you said the original plan was outside.
I think so. I think that we also were debating whether we're going to do the ceremony outside or inside, and I think it ended up being inside because it was too fucking hot. All of that, but you're 100% right. When we would go, so
basically the event planner, the whole thing was being planned outside,
right?
And for those of you who don't know, the bride was an event planner, right? And so let me make sure I understand the conversation the day of. So the venue basically came to you or Danielle on the day of and said, hey, we got to let you know, I know you plan to do this outside, but we need to tell you that the weather is doing exactly what it is expected to do at this time of the year, and it's really, really fucking hot. We're so sorry. We really think you should move inside. We didn't plan this? I mean, we really thought that we were hoping the weather would do something completely unexpected in August and actually be cool or possibly not rain. One of those things didn't happen. We're really sorry. So we really think that you should have it in. Like, what the actual fuck?
Maybe that should have been a red flag right from the very beginning.
Maybe.
For me. Well, I understood incorrectly. I really did believe, based upon my experience, that she actually had a direct line to God.
Can I tell you the other thing that pissed me off about your fucking wedding?
Oh, God.
And this isn't you. Okay, this is 100% on her. Okay, so.
Oh wait, I had some say if it's 100% on her and it's about the wedding. It had to be
you had no.
mine.
Trust me, you had no say in this. I guarantee you.
What is
it? This was all her. So we were told that the wedding started at, I can't remember if it said 5 o'clock or 5:15.
Okay.
Do you remember this part of it?
No.
Okay, so the invite said,
I thought it was a daytime wedding. Okay. Anyhow.
Whatever. Okay. Bottom line is, whatever time it was, the invitation, if I remember correctly, the invitation said like ceremony at 5:15 or 4:15 or whatever the time was. Right.
Right.
And I thought it was very strange to be starting at the quarter hour, right?
Right.
Quarter after 4:15.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. Right. Well, we get there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we are event people, right? Mm-hmm. And Danielle was not her own event plan. Did she hire an event planner or was it the venue? I don't even remember. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, bottom line is,
I have blocked out much of
this. Us agency people, we had the inside track. So of course we heard from either the planner or the whatever, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the ceremony is actually really starting at 5:30."
Wait, it said like an hour and then 15 minutes later?
It said 15 minutes later. So if you're sure it was, let's say it was 4:15 on the invite, right?
I got you.
So the ceremony was scheduled to start at half past the hour, like 4:30 instead of 4:15. And Danielle had put 4:15 on there because she finds it so annoying when people are actually late to the start time of the wedding. And she doesn't want anyone walking in while the ceremony is going on. Okay.
Makes sense.
I understand that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what time did the ceremony actually get started?
I'm going to say 5:45.
It's ding, 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 ding. You are 100% correct. I completely understand saying, you know what? People are rude. People get running late. Whatever. Shit happens. I don't want people walking in. But if you're scheduled to start at 4:30, it's a fucking wedding. You know you're not going to be ready to start on time.
I got it. So she actually gave herself, the ceremony, a 30-minute leeway if she factored into the equation that we were going to be starting 15 minutes late anyway.
Exactly. And when I'm coming to a fucking wedding, I mean, okay, I'm not playing in the band, but even as a guest,
yeah,
I'm showing up 15 minutes early, right?
Got it.
And so I'm there at 4 o'clock. Maybe when it says ceremony at 4:15, when it's really ceremony at 4:30, and the ceremony actually started at 4:45.
Let me present maybe a different perspective for just a second, okay? Notwithstanding the fact that maybe that another red flag is right here, and I missed those two red flags to begin with.
It all seems so obvious now.
It seems, in retrospect, this was really a huge mistake to begin with. Do you ever drive through like a gated development or somewhere that's not a public road, let's say, and you see the speed limit sign and it says like speed limit 23?
I've seen a few of those. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking it's just to bring your attention to. So if the speed limit 23 is similar to ceremony starts at 5:15, maybe it's just, let me bring your attention to this particular element in while you are planning your arrival. Look, we're not going to start at 5:15. We fucking know that. It's a wedding. It's going to start at 5:30 if it's scheduled for 5:15. Shouldn't start at 5:45. Maybe at some point, maybe there was something in there that was like that, or is it possible that that's the case or no?
Something in
Is it possible that there's some psychological reason why it was
15? Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Okay, maybe it could have said like ceremony start time like 5:18. Maybe that
right.
Something I don't really know. I can't tell you.
This section of Nothingness has been brought to you by the Bassomatic 5000, new from Ronco. Now, back to the Nice Guys on Business podcast and nothing.
Anyhow, speaking of weddings and bands and DJs and stuff, last night you weren't able to make it to our team meeting because you actually had a band rehearsal. So tell me, fill in some blanks for me here.
So I got a call from a band called Without Pardon. Weird band name.
How'd they even find you?
Like through Band Mix. I put a profile on Band Mix like fucking years ago, and it's just, I haven't updated it or done anything with it. It's just sitting there.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But I got it. They reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, we've got a gig on September 13th. And we 2 weeks away, week and a half away, right?
Right.
And we need a singer. Would you be available to sit in?" And they're like, "Here's our song list."
I was thinking you were doing sound. I didn't know that you were going to be in the band. Okay.
All right. God, I wouldn't have actually met with them ahead of time to do
That's
sound.
what I was
I'll
thinking.
See you an hour before the gig.
Right. I'm like, I don't really know. Okay, but I'll flow with this for a second. Okay, so keep going.
So I was like, well, yeah. And they're like, "Hey, and we may need somebody permanent. So would you consider it if you hear us?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm open to it. Sure." So basically they sent me their song list and they're like, "How many of these could you rehearse tonight?" And out of 25 songs, I was like, I could do 22 of these. And they were like, "You mean a couple hours?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a fucking professional." Sure. And they're like, "Oh my God, yes, please come out to rehearsal. And then if we can get one more rehearsal in before the gig, we should be fine." I'm like, "Okay, sure. Why not?" So, apologies on my last minute, but they reached out to me, I don't know, like 3:00 or something.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. And we rehearsed in their kitchen, the bass player's kitchen.
Okay.
Fortunately, the drummer's got an electronic kit, so it was not a huge deal. Right?
What kind of gig is it?
It's a bar gig.
Oh, okay. So it's not like it's a wedding or a milestone event. It's and what does it pay? Like $150?
Yeah, that's it. You see, I didn't even ask what it paid, which I should have.
Right.
It's a shitty bar gig. It's probably $50 or $60, but I'm like, that'd be fun, right? So yeah, and the rehearsal went fine. They're fine. It's a lot of oldies, like 60s, 70s, some 80s stuff. But I don't know. They're not great. I'm going to do the gig. But I don't.
I'm not dumb. I'm going to take their money.
Right. I'm probably not going to stick around long term for it. But and I think they need to rehearse next Wednesday too, so I might miss next Wednesdays.
No problem. We are here to make sure everything is covered, and that's why we have the business. This business provides the freedom to do all of the free band gigs that you want to be able to do.
I love that. Definitely do appreciate that. I was looking up. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing I discovered is I don't know that we have any voicemails this week.
Well, okay, hold on. I did see 2 voicemails, but
I think those are from last week.
Check the date. Let's check the date.
Yeah, we're dealing with. So I think the last voicemail that came in were the 2 last week from Jared.
You may be right.
And I don't feel like we have any more, which means
August 25th. You're right. They are the old ones.
Which means there's an opportunity possibly for those that are working out. It's just going to be a quick workout today.
Oh, you mean working out listening to our show?
Yeah. How do people? I'm really curious how the nice guys are consumed.
Here you go. There's a great call to action. Because we had no obviously voicemails this week. We are reaching out and saying, "Hey, Funkin' fans, loyal listeners, call 4242 DJ Doug, not 48, 4242 DJ Doug, and let us know, how do you consume the nice guys? How do you listen? I know you don't watch because we don't post the video.
I think that Emily takes us on walks. I believe she does. I don't know. I know Erica is sometimes a late in the week listener or a I'm going to section it off kind of listener to the show. I believe that if I was Sean Carpenter, I'd probably be listening in an open house if there's nobody coming through. I believe that Jared listens while he's driving in between home improvement gigs. I believe that Ryan Bocross is probably calling us the same assholes that we always were.
And Paul Morena, our number one Funkin' fan, is listening while he is in between
cleanup locations, cleaning up or talking to his team about everything.
Yeah, supervising different locations of cleaning. Yeah.
JD, I don't know how you listen to the podcast or where you consume it, but I am assuming it is probably in some spectacular way in a very fast manner. And if you're Strickland and I, you basically don't consume the Nice Guys. So that's all I got going on. I have not started watching season. Is it 3 or 4 of what the heck is the name of the one, the overdub, the game? What's the game called?
Oh, the Squid Games.
Yes, Squid Games. I have not started watching this season. I just haven't gotten into it yet. I don't know. Have you watched anything beyond the first couple that you've watched?
Yeah, I haven't watched the second season yet. I need to do that. I've been watching Sneaky Pete on your recommendation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I've already binge watched the whole first season.
Yep, good season.
Which is very entertaining. And then I am halfway through the second season now. And it probably 3/4 of the way through. I think there's only 1 or 2 episodes left, maybe, because there's just so much crazy shit.
Well, the thing I don't get with that show, and maybe this is just the reality of the theme, is that everything is a fucking con. Everything on the show is a con. Not just Pete or Marius. That's not just the only con. It's everybody in the family is conning everybody else in the family as well. It's everything, every con that you could possibly run is being run through the characterization on the show.
It is pretty crazy. And there are definitely things in the second season where I'm like, it's really stretching it. But it's the second season, there's so much going on. It's almost like a screwball comedy, right? Because there's all these different, technically the family isn't generally conning each other. There's just a lot of things they're keeping from each other, right?
A lot of secrets going on.
A lot of secrets. And after watching the first season, that all of these balls that are in the air, they're all going to come together in the last episode somehow. But there are so many balls in the air, so to speak, right now, that it's a little crazy. They are, this show is at least 6 or 7 years old. So spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you some plot stuff.
Yeah.
But we're in the second season and they've just gotten to the buffalo. They've realized that the money is in the buffalo and Pete is trying to get into the buffalo. And his mom is like, hey, he is a con artist. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing, right, Mom? I'm trying to save your life. And she's like, he is a con artist
No, the sister, not the mom. The cousin, not the mom. The mom isn't the one that's saying about
it's Pete's actual mom is going
right 100% right. You are correct.
Mohegan Sun Casino.
Right, you are correct.
It's just so wow. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Did you watch Virgin River? I know it's like this one, a little sappy.
Oh, you told me it's like fucking it's comedy. No.
Okay, hold on. Virgin River like show. It's the other one I was gonna not that one. I'm trying to think of the name of the show like Virgin River. There is another one that I'm watching right now. I cannot. Sullivan's Crossing. That's it. Oh my God.
Sullivan's Crossing.
Okay, so if you like rom-coms, those in our audience, if you're in our nice guy community, if you like rom-coms, I would start slowly. You want to ease yourself into this. You got to watch Virgin River. It is entertaining in a late night soap opera-esque style.
Oh God,
I mean,
it's terrible.
It's there is no heist going on. There is no double cross. It's laid on the line. What you see is what you get. You know what's going to happen. You can almost. JJ was sitting on the sofa last night as we were watching Sullivan's Crossing, and the characters paused in the conversation to think about the next words that they were going to say, and JJ said the words, and then the character said the words, and then like 2 minutes later,
predictable.
It is that predictable. But every once in a while, you watched Mobland, right? Or did you ever watch Mobland?
No, I'm not
Mob
into
World
mob stuff.
Mob World, something like that. Okay, so Mob World, when you're done watching it, you need a rest. Before you go to bed, because you will just have nightmares about people getting chopped up into little pieces and all of that stuff. So when you watch that, you can't consume too much of that. Now, Sullivan's Crossing and Virgin River, you can watch as many episodes as you want, and you get nothing but numb.
Empty calories.
Yeah,
basically.
it is. They're totally empty calories. You get all the sweetness, but you don't get the guilt attached to it, and you don't get the byproduct of nightmares. So I have been enjoying Sullivan's Crossing. I don't know anybody that's in it, but it takes place in a small town near Nova Scotia. I think it's a mythical town. I can't even remember the name of the town. It's like, hold on a second. It doesn't matter. It really, literally does not matter. But it's by the same makers, I believe, that made Virgin River. So to watch Sullivan's Crossing is just like, oh, well, this is just like, Virgin River, except on the other side of the country. And it's very true. It's kind of like, what was the name of it's Virgin River in a different font. Is what it comes down to.
Font.
Right. That's what it comes down to. Are you watching anything on streaming right now that you're enjoying?
I'm just watching, what did I say?
Sneaky Pete.
Yeah, Sneaky Pete. I did actually go to the movies, which I don't do often. I went to see the new.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, movie theaters. Yeah.
Are they like $20 now?
What is it, like 12 or 13 or something like that? Yeah.
Yep. And by the time you're done, if you get a snack and you're taking somebody with you, you've spent $50 without dropping a thought in there.
Hell yeah. And you got to have popcorn, of course.
And you got to have popcorn. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, it was the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson.
And when does that hit streaming?
Oh God, probably soon. I think it's been out at least 2 months, if not more.
Yeah, I'm looking
in the
at
theater, so it should be streaming soon. It was cute. It was pretty funny
for it. So does Liam Neeson play Leslie Nielsen?
So Liam Neeson actually plays.
It's funny, Liam Nelson.
Yeah, the LM thing. I didn't realize that until we left the theater. He's actually playing Leslie Nielsen's son.
Okay. So Leslie Nielsen is also in The Naked Gun.
No, Leslie Nielsen is dead.
Oh.
I believe the actor is dead, but in the show, the character
Frank
is dead also.
Frank?
Frank Drebin, right? This is Frank Drebin's son. And that's the whole premise, is that Frank Drebin's son also works for Police Squad and is carrying the same torch that.
How does Liam Neeson come across comedically?
He's very, very funny.
Really?
Because he's so dry. He does that whole dry comedy thing very well. Now, the movie itself, it was funny and the tone was perfect, but it just wasn't enough. You know how when you watch like Airplane and the Naked Gun movies, it's just nonstop laughs.
Right.
And there's like shit going on in the background that is like, you got to watch again because you might have missed it. There's some of that, but not a lot. There's not as much as I would have liked.
Is Pamela Anderson in that movie?
And Pamela Anderson is his love interest.
Okay, hold on a second. Is it the same Pamela Anderson, like Baywatch Pamela Anderson?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is she still as hot as she used to be, or is she kind of pulled back a little bit?
She is a very attractive older woman in this. Absolutely.
But if you could get a sense from her role as a person, what is she? Maybe I mischaracterize her. I always thought that she came across when she was on Baywatch and doing all the other stuff beyond Baywatch that she just was like a pretty face with a huge ego. Now I don't know that to be factual. That was just the vibe that I got. Yeah. In Naked Gun, it's almost like you have to put all that away. How does she do as an actress?
No, she was good. She was good. She's done some other somewhat serious acting chop stuff lately. I think there was a movie called The Last Showgirls that came out like a year ago that she's starring in as basically an aging Las Vegas showgirl.
Right.
And she got really good reviews for it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it was very good.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe everything I have thought that was like her persona is maybe just not correct. Maybe I've just lived my entire
she was
life.
Always, she was the beautiful blonde in the early 80s. And so of course she's on Baywatch, and that's the way people see her, is because of that character,
And more importantly, when did Leslie Nielsen die?
I don't know. We got to look that one up now. I have no idea.
Jeez, hold on a sec. Hey, and I think somebody, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Tim. It could have been Jared in the community. Oh, by the way, Tim consumes the Nice Guys while talking with Montreal Maurice.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
We know that. Sorry,
well, now
Tim.
that they're friends again, they can have tea in the study. And
I did not mean to leave you out of the litany of characters that I named earlier, Tim. I was saving the best for last, and for some reason, your brain just slipped my mind. Your mind just slipped my. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Okay, so this is interesting. I looked up Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
He died in 2010.
Wow.
So that was a long time. He was born in 1926.
Wow.
I had no idea he was, because Airplane came out in like 1980. So let's see, 26 to 80. So he was 66 when he did Airplane.
Well, that's think about it though, Strick. We're almost there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I know. Could and I think about, you said 1920. What was he born?
26.
26. So my mom was born in 1933, and she is still on this side of the earth. So for me, I feel like, well, it's not so old. It's not so old.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, and she's got good luggage now too. So I think we're feeling good about this.
And he was Canadian. I did not realize he was Canadian.
Anyway, so Tim, I can't remember who it was, and I can't remember what the post was. Oh, so Tim or Jared said we should have a segment on the Nice Guys, like Carnac. You remember Carnac from the Johnny Carson show, right?
Yeah, only because you keep reminding me. Yeah.
Well,
not that anybody that listens to the show is even alive when he was on, but okay.
All right. Could you maybe describe what Carnac was in a way that will be linear instead of me shotgunning who Carnac was and how it worked?
Okay. So Carnac was he was like a psychic. That was the character, right?
Right.
And then his sidekick, Ed McMahon, would come to him with a sealed envelope, and he would put the envelope to his head, and he would psychically know the answer. But
Carnac or Ed?
Carnac would put the to his head, right? And he would know the answer. But we didn't know the question. The question was inside the envelope.
All right.
And so of course it would be something like, I'm trying to think of you probably know an example off the top of your head.
Chat GPT it. Okay, hold on a second. Ask a Carnac question. Okay, so Carnac the Magnificent style. Here's one. Carnac holds the envelope to his head.
Mm-hmm.
The answer: a podcast host, a magician, and a mechanic.
I love that it has podcast host in there.
And what was so funny is then Ed McMahon would always repeat the answer.
Right.
And then
podcast host, a mechanic, and what is it?
And a magician.
And a magician.
Okay. And then Johnny would just look at Ed, or Carnac would look at Ed McMahon with like such disdain and like, what the fuck? I just said that.
Just
you
said
did
that.
have to repeat that. And then all you'd hear is the ripping of the envelope. So it would be something like this. And then it would be. Did you hear any of that?
I did not hear that at all.
Hear that? Okay.
I think your Zoom.
Yeah, probably. You'd hear the ripping of the envelope, and then you would hear Carnac blow into the envelope.
All right. Blow the envelope open. I forgot about that, right?
Exactly. Blow into the envelope. And he would say, name 3 people who can fix things with smoke and mirrors. Now, I don't get, I guess, podcast.
Yeah, that one's not terribly funny. But
okay.
But the idea of it is like, was it always 3? I don't remember.
Yes, give me a funnier one. I'm asking. Okay, here's a funnier one. Okay, here's one. Okay, Carnac places the envelope to his forehead, of course. Netflix, your bathroom scale, and your ex.
Right, and that was it. It was 3
right
seemingly unrelated things.
Right. So then you would repeat them as Ed McMahon.
I've already forgotten what they are. Netflix, go ahead. You be Carnac again here. We'll edit this out. We're not going to fucking.
Okay. Netflix, your bathroom scale, and your ex.
Netflix, your bathroom scale, and your ex.
What are 3 things that give you bad news when you least want it? I don't even get it.
But that was about the quality of the jokes at the time. I mean, really, you go back and watch some of these old monologues, and it's like people thought that was funny at the time, right? Like, okay.
All right, let's look at, okay, hold on a second. A cucumber, a zucchini, and your neighbor's garden hose. Name 3 things that have been banned from the produce aisle at your Trader Joe's ladies' night. I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get it. But thank you, either Tim or Jared or someone else, for the suggestion. The thing was, what I really enjoyed about Carnac so much was he would wear this big turban, this huge turban, bejeweled, bespeckled, whatever, bedazzled turban.
Doug, if you want to wear the turban, you don't have to ask. Just fucking wear it. I don't care.
I got it. Well, that's all I got, Strick. I have really nothing else I've come to the table with today.
Well, with no voicemails, I think we should end in under an hour. And
wow.
I don't know if that's actually a
good thing or
a benefit or a punishment for our listeners
so
for not calling in.
Either you're welcome or we're sorry.
We're sorry. one of these two. So you got to decide between you. And if it is we're sorry, then you should call in 4242 DJ Doug, leave us a message. And then maybe the next episode will be longer.
Yeah. I mean, we could ask Magic 8 Ball. The question is, you're sorry or you're welcome, but no, that would be too much work. That would actually require screen sharing. And
I know, right? Which we didn't have to do because there was no voicemails.
All right. Sorry for a non-exciting, but totally real life episode of The Nice Guys on Business. We'll see you guys next week. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
The Nice Guys on Business are professional podcasters. Please do not try this at home. It may seem simple, kids, but lots of people get hurt in the process. Void where prohibited, including Mexico, Puerto Rico, Fredonia, or your in-laws. The Nice Guys on Business are not responsible for any claims of liability or any guarantee that these two morons know what they're talking about. There is no promise that being nice to people will help your business, but calling people assholes, dumb, incontinent fuckwads will definitely lose you business. For any and all claims, shit in one hand and wish in the other, and see which one fills up first. Thank you for listening to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. I'm Steve O'Brien.